What's up, guys? You got Courtney's here, and today I'm going to go over the second part of the Twitter marketing domination series. And I think last time we left off with basically um, getting followers, building your brand, and using a site called tweepy.com to unfollow people. And we basically went over just the basics, like getting started, how to create your targeted audience, how to create some context and that type of stuff. And today is good because I actually have some things written out that you can see and not just hear me talk on a WordPad once I log in here in Twitter. And I think that's good because like I said, and I've said this like 5 times, and I'll keep saying it again to let you guys know, I'm gonna have a WordPad or some type of worksheet or document with the step-by-step, steps to dominating on Twitter. So here's the WordPad that I have so far, and this is just a quick review, like I already said. So basically, last time we went over build a targeted following. You want to follow people in your niche. You want to follow people who are in your target market. For example, network marketers, internet marketers. Today I'm going to go over more of how to use the hashtags and how you can use those to find people who are looking up stuff like Vima, Wake Up Now, Brain Abundance, Amway, Visalis, Quanta, just whatever home business, whatever network marketing company it is, you can use the hashtags and use that to target people who are already talking about what you want to market to. So if you want to market to people in those companies, then you can look up those hashtags and find the people who are already talking about that type of stuff. And then second, you want to build your brand. Remember, what do people think of when they think of you? You want to answer that question, and you want it to be exactly what you have in your head. Whatever your brand is exactly in your head, whatever you want to represent, whoever you want to become is totally up to you. That's your brand, and you do that by consistently adding value every day that's congruent to your brand. For example, share good photos, share marketing advice, share inspiration, but then the next day you can't be out on Twitter and act all negative and bashing and trashing somebody if your brand is supposed to be uplifting and inspirational. That doesn't make sense. It has to add up for people to trust you and build that relationship, which is the third step in creating context. And context is something I've learned from a guy named Gary Vaynerchuk, and if you don't know him, you should look him up on Google. You should follow him on Twitter. He's got 1 million followers. And he says this is the most important thing, so that's why I say it too. The most important thing is to build relationships and create influence with your following on Twitter. Without this, without any context, without any influence, none of the above matters. It doesn't matter how good your brand is. It doesn't matter how many targeted followers you have. None of that means anything unless you have the most important thing, which is that relationship. And today I'm going to go over some more tips and tricks on getting more retweets, which is going to allow you to grow your network faster and get more followers, and when and how to promote your offers, when to send people to your websites, how to promote your blog, maybe what time to send your videos, and obviously, links, affiliate links are huge. That's where I've gotten my most success is just simply being consistent with value and tweeting out links at certain times to my target market, and I've been able to generate a ton of leads and make cash basically like on demand when I really got the hang of it. And also I'm going to be going over setting your tweets up on autopilot, what apps I use, what websites I use, and remember just to keep this in mind right here that I'm doing this all on my laptop, and virtually when I actually do Twitter marketing like in real life, and I'm sharing photos and I'm posting links and doing all this stuff, I'm doing like 99% or more on my phone because it's much easier to use. There's the Twitter app, the Facebook app. All you got to do is go to your photos, upload, go to Bitly. They got an app for that on your phone too. Right here's Bitly. copy and paste, boom, you can get a link up in an instant. You can start generating leads in seconds. And basically that's what I wanted to go over today. So I think what I'm going to start with before I get into anything else further, I want to go over basically more on how to get more targeted followers. And I think this is crucial because it's not about how many followers you have. It's about how targeted your following is and the relationship you have with them. So this is something that will really help you guys out. The fastest way to get more people to follow you is to follow them when they are online. So, for example, and remember, I do all this on my phone. If you were to go up here and hashtag, WUN, Wake Up Now, or VEMA, or you can even do Amway, you can do Empowered Network, you can do just home business, anything. If you do hashtag Wake Up Now and just check and see who's using this hashtag, usually they'll come up the most recent, June 14th. Usually it says, and it's a lot easier on the phone. So what I would do, and you can see this was okay, this was like 3 days ago actually. Top all. If you go to all for this hashtag for Wake Up Now or VEMA or some popular hashtag that's trending on Twitter, then you can see right here, this guy, he hashtagged it 13 minutes ago. I'm going to favorite it, and I would follow him too. And on your phone, it's a lot easier because it just all comes up, and you can just hit favorite, 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 favorite. And if you favorite all these people that are hashtagging this stuff, it's a good way to get their attention. If they've done it recently, 23 minutes, 22 minutes, then they can they're going to check you out and be like, who favorited this tweet? This is not a good way to market, really, by the way, with all these hashtags. Nobody really checks that shit out. So that's a good way to get more followers, is to hashtag certain words and keywords and then favorite them, and then obviously just follow them. And over time, while you're using tweepy.com, you're going to get all these people to follow you back, a lot of them. And the people that don't worry about it. Remember what I said, just go to Tweepy and hit the flush the unfollowers, and the people that aren't following you, you can get rid of in minutes. So the key is, though, is to do what I just told you right here with the hashtags, and also to go to the big name accounts. And I know I'm hitting on specific companies right now because that's what I'm really familiar with. It doesn't matter. Any of these companies in marketing or network marketing, direct selling, they all work. But like Alex Warren, for example, he's a really good leader in his company, in his industry. So a lot of his people who follow him are going to be people in my target market as well, because I'm in the direct selling industry and I want to connect with other like-minded individuals. So basically what I would do is go to his followers, and I probably already showed you this, but I probably already did. You want to follow the people at the top of his list who most recently followed him back, and that's a good way to get followers really fast in your niche. And then also, my computer would load faster. A great way to do it is, if he would have recently tweeted something within 5 minutes, is to go to everybody who retweeted him, because more than likely they're online, and just follow everybody who retweeted him. Something like this. Follow everybody who retweeted that. And what I also like to do is use other big name accounts like Eric Worre. I'm not going to go to him though, but just to show you, Eric Worre, Bob Proctor, right here. This is a real one. Go to Bob Proctor. If he tweeted something, recently, and he got a bunch of retweets, more than likely, I know a lot of people who are going to be open to what I have to offer are going to be people who are already open-minded and looking into, personal development and that type of stuff. So right here, you can see 39 minutes ago. Okay, that was Yeah, Sandy Gallagher. Right here. This would be perfect. 14 people retweeted this. He's hashtagged the YPR. Right here. I would go to stuff like this. And remember, it's so much easier on your phone. Go to the retweets, and I would just follow everybody who retweeted that. And there's other big name accounts too that you could use to get a bunch of followers really fast. Like if you just want to gain a ton of followers, like 10 to 30 followers within minutes, you know, from relatively open-minded people, you can go to the account. I think it's Positive Vibes. I think this is it, because a lot of times they tweet, and then within minutes they'll have hundreds and hundreds of retweets, and those are all people online who I can virtually follow in seconds, and they're all going to check out your account, and a lot of them are going to follow you back. And you can see it doesn't look like they've retweeted anything, or you know, they got 344. So if you, I mean, you could still follow people who retweeted this now, but if you followed everybody who retweeted this right here within minutes, that's a great way to get a bunch of followers real fast. And also over time, you want to go to the home screen on your Twitter app on your phone, and all the people that you follow that don't follow you back. I know it sounds kind of dumb and it's time consuming, but you can favorite all of the tweets on the home screen. Favorite, just follow it, favorite everything that comes up. Like you can favorite, you know, 5 tweets within a couple seconds, you know, that have been tweeted within a couple seconds ago, and that's a good way to get people to look at your account and follow you back. Otherwise, you know, just use Tweepy, unfollow the people. If you want to connect with big names on Twitter, you know, like Gary Vaynerchuk and guys like that, you want to make sure that you tweet at them when they're online, because more than likely they're going to have so many people reaching out to them that they won't have time. So you want to do that. You know, tweet at people who are famous when they're online. But basically, you know, I've hit on a lot of the standards, so I'm going to jump into more of the autopilot and these sites I use. You can tell I use bit.ly.com, and I'm going to get this easy for you guys to see, but you guys have followed so far. This is bit.ly.com. This is a URL link shortener. And then I also use bufferapp.com. This is a what's the word? Auto. You can I can't think of the word. This is what you use to set up social media on autopilot. And then I also have, what is the other sites? Yeah, that's about it. Bitly, Buffer, Tweepy. Remember using Tweepy.com. I already have that in there. This is what I like to do. For the guys that want to know when you can tweet in autopilot, set up your Twitter on autopilot, this is what I do. I go to, it's called bufferapp.com right here. You just create an account. You can log in with Twitter. It's like $10 a month. I can send unlimited tweets, so I can do this. You know, I could be like, check this stuff out if you're in Wake Up Now and struggling to get leads. And then what I do is go to bit.ly.com, and I click on this, copy, and like I said, I use this all on my phone. So it's easier to do this stuff on your phone than what it is on my laptop, which is what I'm actually showing you right now. And then I hit this link. That's all I do. And then I just simply schedule post today. And you can set all these days in advance where you're sending out links just on autopilot at different times every day. You don't have to do it, you know, individually every day, which is awesome because it helps save you time. And then you can work on other stuff without having to have this stuff on your mind, and you'll be getting leads and commissions into your email inbox consistently when you put in the work consistently, like I'm showing you. So that's what I do. You can use it for Facebook too. You can connect with other social networks. Maybe if you're big on LinkedIn, I'm not particularly. I like Twitter because another thing I want to explain to you guys is, and this is what I learned from my coach. But basically, Twitter, you want to think of Twitter is like a stream, and Facebook is like a pond because there's constantly new tweets being updated all the time. Not everybody sees your tweets, so you want to tweet often and consistently. But Twitter is like a stream, and you want to kind of like reel people in to check out your profile, to check out what your brand is about, what you're offering, and basically, if you can do it properly, you can pitch on Twitter. Twitter is that place for you to pitch, and it's the best place for you to speak directly to your target prospects. I think we talked about the target market. This is the best place to do that. You can specifically tweet something, out there that's talking directly to somebody in your industry. And that's the best way, for you to make money. When you can solve people's problems, like I said, and they're willing to spend relatively anything, that's when you really start becoming rich. You can really start adding up the money based off of how well you use Twitter and use all the stuff I'm sharing with you. And that's just something to keep in mind. You can pitch, you can promote yourself, you can put links out there, but keep in mind, Facebook is like stuff sitting there that people refresh and they see often. Whether or not they like it, obviously, is up to them and your relationship with them. But Twitter is like a stream, and you want to keep it rolling. The water's always running, and you want to keep your tweets always going out. That way, people see who you are. You want people to know you're active on Twitter, and you want people to know your brand. Obviously, the brand is the connection, is like the bridge to the relationship that you have with your following. So also, when it comes to promoting links, like I use a lot of magnetic sponsoring and Elite Marketing Pro, anything, you can promote YouTube links, anything, affiliate IDs. So I created an account at bit.ly.com, and that's simply all I do now. I use Buffer to autopilot it. I use bit.ly.com. This is what I promoted right here. So I can X out of that. And that's basically it. Like, I've given you quite a lot of tips and stuff. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure I have all this stuff like in detail specifically for you analytical people, like step by step what to do. Following people every day, building your following, creating the brand, building context, how to get more retweets, followers. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys. A couple really good sites I use to tweet good stuff is Forbes.com, and it's like top 100 inspirational quotes. And then I also use deeplifequotes.tumblr.com, and I'm going to have this written down so you don't have to worry about it. But that's what I do. My brand is inspiration. I like to provide relevant value, so I go to sites like this, and I just simply copy and paste, quotes, stuff like that. Whatever comes to my mind, I share it. I'm not afraid, to be myself. That's what I want you guys to take away. Don't be afraid to be yourself on Twitter, to step into that leadership position that you're meant to have, that the person that you're meant to become is who you decide to be, really. And Twitter is such a fast way for you to do that, because you can get your message out there so fast. Like, I've had tens of thousands of people see my messages based off of the Twitter analytics sent to my email, and they tell you, how many people see it, how many people click on your links, and I've been tracking the stuff, guys, and it's powerful stuff. So I use this. I use deeplifequotes.tumblr.com because I like them, and I feel like a lot of people in general can relate to them. And I feel like if you're not always pitching your business and you're just providing value, I feel like you're more trustworthy because you can relate to a larger amount of people, and they don't think of you as just a business guy 100%. They think of you as a person, and somebody that they would actually like to get to know and be your friend with, and somebody they could, do business with in the future to experience that type of success. It's a lot easier on the mobile app. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's way easier to do all this on your phone. It loads faster. I can just copy and paste. I don't have to worry about pictures on my phone. But this is everything that I've been doing, like little tricks and stuff like that. And I'm gonna have all these sites, all the sites where I get stuff to tweet, how often I tweet, and really, before I go, because I tweet. I would say when it comes to links, tweet your links around noon and around 5 or 6 p.m. about 2 to 3 times a day max, and then share pictures and inspiration and quotes. Share value consistently. I would tweet. There's no certain amount, but I would tweet at least 3 to 10 times a day. I mean, you can't really over tweet. I only have this many tweets. That's not a lot, and I have a pretty decent relationship with my following. So that's how often I would tweet. I would recommend using Buffer, especially if you go on vacation and that type of stuff. You can use it for free if you want to tweet unlimited stuff, and now add it to Facebook. It's like $10 a month. I think it's worth it. So I mean, that's basically everything that I'm thinking of that I can remember, at least for this video, because I've been going on for about 20 minutes. Cool thing is, I'm going to have a bonus video of the Twitter Marketing Domination bonus series. So in the next video, I'm going to talk more about like directly talking to people, how to build more context, like not just, message people, which is obvious, and, retweet and favorite other people's stuff. Like, you want to be engaged and you want to be part of the online community, but I want to talk about like directly prospecting, how to send DMs, and really just like how to connect with a ton of people really fast on Twitter. And anything else that you guys have questions about, feel free to ask. And other than that, I think that is about it. So hopefully that helped. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.